Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to another episode of this Happy Humans podcast. I haven't been doing any of the audio stuff for a while as I've been ill, but it's good to be back, and hopefully today we can explore changes in attitude. When something happens to you, the only thing in your power is your attitude towards it. You can either accept it or resent it. When something bad happens, it's easy to fall into a feeling of resentment or even anger. But if you choose to accept your situation and try to make the best out of it, you'll find that your attitude will change. Bad things happen to everyone. It's how you react that makes the difference. When something bad happens, it can be very easy to fall into that feeling of resentment or anger or rage. But if we choose to accept our situation and try to make the best out of it, we will find that our attitude does change for the better. In this podcast, we'll explore how to change our attitude when the universe delivers some problems into our lives. Now, when something bad happens, it's easy to let our emotions get the better of us. We can't always control what happens in life. We can control how we react to it. For example, if you're laid off from a job, it can be easy to feel resentment towards the company that let you go. But if instead of feeling anger towards them, you take on a positive attitude and try to find work with another company, this will change your outlook. Instead of being stuck in resentment, you will be open to new opportunities. When something bad happens to us, the only thing in your power is your attitude towards it. You can either accept it or resent it. So whether resigning yourself to luck, fate, or other people's choices, or taking control of the situation and working for a positive outcome, you choose how you want your attitude to be. I can stay positive and optimistic even when things are tough. I know that it's important to have this attitude because being pessimistic just makes life harder than it needs to be. I can control the way I react to difficult situations. If a situation is frustrating, it's because of the way I choose to react to it. Now, you could choose to be stressful about something and your day would be ruined. Or you could choose not to worry about that one thing and enjoy yourself. Let it go. Get on with living. I can focus on the good aspects of my situation. One thing that I am grateful for is the fact that I'm able to focus on positive things and not get bogged down by negativity. There are people in the world that have it much tougher than I do. So being able to appreciate this helps me out. An attitude of gratitude and realizing and being appreciative of the things that I've got gets me through the tough times. I can find ways to make the best out of my situation. Even though life's been tough, one of the things I've learned is that there are many ways to make the best out of anything. For example, if you're having a bad day, don't let it get to you. Don't let that bad feeling spoil everybody else's day. Do something nice for somebody else. Another thing I can do is to learn from the past, look at the present, and find ways to make my future better. I can keep a positive outlook, even in the face of adversity. Now, encouragement is important to keep a positive outlook, and sometimes my friends and people that I know need a little bit of a nudge, a little bit of encouragement. But I can also do that to myself. I can look in the mirror and say, you know what? It doesn't matter what's going on. Even when I was ill, I could still turn around and go, you know what? Yeah, I can still get up. I can still do things. I can still get on with living. It may be at a reduced pace, but it's not going to stop me. You see, encouragement helps me to overcome my challenges, and it also helps me to stay focused on what's in front of me. I can control the way I react to difficult situations. Now, difficult situations happen all the time. It could be a relationship breakup. maybe not getting that promotion at work, or dealing with a friend that has difficulties at home. We have no control over the occurrence of difficult situations, but we do get to choose how we deal with them. We get to decide whether we keep our cool and let time heal our wounds, or whether we let emotions control us and lash out in ways that are not beneficial to others or to ourselves. When you're faced with difficult times, Stoic philosophers suggest that you try to focus your energy on what you can control, which is yourself, and ask, do I want to react the way this situation is dictating that I act? Is there an expectation, maybe it's from some learned behaviour, that if we're having a bad day, we get drunk, we lash out at our loved ones, we make a fool out of ourselves, and then tomorrow morning we still have the same problems, and we also have to put right those angry outbursts that we did the previous day? So we have a choice. We have a choice as to how we can react to difficult situations. And having control, detachment, and judgment is a way forward. Now, note that Stoicism isn't always a philosophy of life for everyone, because its primary focus is on how to be happy when you have very little in the way of material goods, social standing, good looks, or anything else that people put a lot of emphasis on. Now, I don't have to put an emphasis on things that other people think are important. If Stoicism doesn't work for you, because you have little control over what happens to you in the outside world, it might help to turn your focus inward instead. It may be that the problems are coming from within. It may be that the attitude towards other people is because of the way that we've been treated in the past, and we've learned negative traits and negative behaviours that can be overcome. But by looking inward, we can hopefully see where our problems lie, and then we can do something about them. Now, if Stoicism does work for you, it's a philosophical strategy to help you maintain a happy and healthy perspective on life. And the first step is the realization that Stoics don't judge emotions as good or bad. They think of them neutrally. They just think of them as an experience just like any other. The Stoics aren't Stoics because they don't experience emotions. We're not an emotional people, but it's because we understand that our happiness does not depend on how those emotions try to control us. My happiness is not dependent on the success of others, for example. Now, I can go and watch a football match or a rugby match, and I can be applauding the success of a team. Now, I know of people that will feel down if their team loses, but I don't have to let the actions of others, the people on the pitch, decide whether or not I feel happy. I can be happy just being there watching the event, regardless of the outcome. The Stoics thought that it was important to go through life with an awareness of what we can control and what we cannot control. This way, Stoics understand that they should not let outside factors, such as whether or not a crush returns their feelings, nor how much money is in the bank, determine how successful a Stoic person feels. So next time you have a difficult situation, Stoic philosophy recommends that you try to take away the emotionality of it. Think about what you can control, which is your reaction, and how much energy should be focused on the situation. And then let it go. Let time do its thing. And finally, thanks for listening. Remember to follow This Happy Human on Twitter, subscribe to the podcast, and leave comments. I'd love to know what you think. All the best. At The Happy Human.